All right, in this video, wait, let me just move this. AC is up. It's hitting me right on the face. Up. Okay, all right. In this video, I want to share with you about being a nice guy. Okay, now, I'm pretty sure you must have checked online and you must have known Andrew Tate about being a macho guy and being this bad boy image. And on the other hand, you have people who talk about, oh, I was a nice person and this person took advantage of me and it hurts me a lot. And then there are people who send me messages that, I love this girl, I gave her everything, but she treated me like shit. And then you also have people who are undergoing tough times in their life, and when they were nice to people, nobody, everyone was surrounding them. But when they lost everything, people started acting like assholes and they're very hurt. So there is a general question, Loy, should I be a nice guy or should I be a bad guy? Okay. And then I also get questions like, Loy, why are you so heartless? Why is it that you have a platform? Why don't you help other people? Why don't you help people get jobs? Why don't you help people, encourage them, whatever. And I think because I had uploaded that video about requesting the Sharjah ruler to, help the people who are suffering in UAE. So people are like, Loy, underneath this hard exterior, I knew that there was a good human being and you proved me right. And then there are also my clients who say that this is the general statement that I get from my clients. You show that you're a very rough, tough, bad guy, but deep down you're very nice. Now, I want to address this, okay? See, the fact of the matter is all of us, when we are born, we are like, blank slate. There is nothing written there. And I doubt any one of us, when we are born, we are bad, vile, or evil creatures. Yes, upbringing does play a very important role. And I've seen this because when my baby was small, we used to always teach her sharing, love, caring. And, when she was small, hardly, I think 2 years old or something, we would put her with other children. And if she had a toy, she would share it with someone. But we would see these other kids grab the toy and push her, actually, like 2-year-old. And, when you're seeing a small little baby being pushed, the parental protective instinct comes into play. And, I used to always wonder why these children, like 2-year-old pushing. And then there was this boy who used to come here to play with my daughter. And my daughter was 2 years old. And I used to feel happy looking at both of them play. And one day when I came, after I went for my run, when I came back, I saw my daughter crying profusely. And then I found out that this boy pulled her hair and beat her, and just 2 years old. So I realized it is the upbringing of a child that makes a child, bad or good. And I was so infuriated. I wanted to beat up this, but, 2-year-old, what can you do? So, that is why it was a belief that I always had. My daughter should learn to protect herself. That is why later on I'll be putting her for Muay Thai classes where she can, protect herself through real, not this karate fake, who, he, and all that. Muay Thai is actual, impact. They actually make them fight and punch and hit and all that. But obviously I'm not going to abuse my daughter to massive hits or something, but she will be able to protect herself. Because, my story. I was sexually molested and raped as a small boy. I don't want my daughter to face any of this. So I'm doing whatever I can as a parent. Now, coming to the topic, being a nice guy versus being a bad guy. Now, by being a bad guy, I'm not talking about cheating other people. I'm not talking about exploiting other people. I'm not talking about doing evil. I'm talking about not putting your heart up on your sleeve. See, for example, I'll give you a simple example. I run a business online, and I provide services for resume rebranding, interview coaching, becoming a personal brand. And I've been doing this for literally, I think 20 years. And I'll tell you this, when I started off, I used to do a lot of things for free. I used to do a lot of things, and I was not that professional, but I used to do a lot of things for free. And over the years, what I realized is, doing for free No matter how much you do for free, it will never end. More and more people will come. Like, for example, I'll give you a very simple example. Stand and offer things for free to people. Just stand outside your door or on the street and offer things for free. Everybody will come and take from you. And it will not stop. They will keep coming and taking from you, and they will keep coming. And even if you give them 100 things, they'll take more. During the COVID crisis here in Thailand, they were offering free food in some containers. You'll not believe, people actually came and took like 20, 30 at a time. And you'd see people driving four-wheel off-road vehicles. Rich guys, they would take the whole thing, put it in this thing and rush off. I don't know whether they were taking for themselves or somebody else. Or the greed never ends. And then, if you offer for free, people don't value it. I'll tell you, just offer anything for free. You can give keychain, you can offer an underwear in a packet, not dirty. People will take it. I mean, what do they lose? So that is one thing I realized. People will take for free if you offer it for free. But people will never be grateful about it. I'll tell you, maybe that gratitude will be just for that few seconds, it'll go. And I've done this in my life. If you check Gulf News, I was featured on an article where I told you about this. That video is still there, which I put. One boy from Indian high school, Dubai, committed suicide because he thought he would not get the first rank. So much of pressure was put on him. And I put up a video blasting the school. I didn't think the video would go viral. The video, viral in the sense, all the students of the schools were watching it. So much so that many schools, they even called me up to say, remove the video, please remove the video, it's causing a sensation. And then they were, they tried to have legal action against me, but they couldn't. But what happened is, because of that video where I spoke against the school's policies of trying to bully students to get the first rank, the number of students who reached out to me were nearly 300 or 600 of them. Seriously, the real engagement. That was the first time I actually experienced going viral. And then obviously Gulf News covered it and mentioned about me. And then, after I suddenly got this 300 or 600 students, I realized they are seeking for help. Let me help them. And for the next 3 months, I didn't focus on my work. I didn't focus on my clients. All my attention was focused on answering emails, answering the phones, sending them positive messages. And all these students, I was dedicating my time, effort, not money, to helping them. This went on for 3 months. And, here's the funny thing. At the third month, I suddenly realized, man, my revenue is being affected. I'm not earning any money. And I was like, sheesh, it just didn't strike me. That was one. The second thing is, all the people I helped, they took the help and they vanished. Seriously, they took the help and they vanished. They didn't bother. And here's the even greater part. The people who took my help got the benefit. Then they started talking shit about me. Hey, he's nothing great. Yeah, he just helps this thing. He's just average. Fuck him and this. And then on top of that, I never thought in my wildest dreams it would backfire. People started making theories that I'm creating these groups to take advantage of students, to take money from them. And in some cases, they even brought out the theories that I was looking for sex, which was the shocker. They even created fake groups. Bring down Loy Machedo, destroy Facebook groups, destroy Loy Machedo. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? And all the good effort that I put, all backfired. I didn't make a single penny. And on top of that, I got all the negative press. And on top of that, schools started having assemblies and meetings with teachers, trying to destroy my name and reputation because it was affecting them. Overall, it left a very bad taste in my mouth. And if you check one of my videos before, the people who I've helped in my life for free, I've helped them, given them a good job. The worst, there's one client who I've spoken about, the worst client I've ever faced. I helped this lady. She didn't have money. I helped her get a job. I helped her husband get a job. I helped her children get money, funding for school. I helped them settle down. I helped them solve their visa problems. After everything, after going out of my way to help this lady who was crying, sobbing, didn't have any money, which I didn't do for anyone, I just mentioned on my website that it's good to help someone who's poor and unfortunate. I didn't mention her name, nationality, nothing. She calls me up to give me legal threats, telling me, how dare you, what? How dare you use my name to become famous? I said, sorry, what are you talking? Like, she never told me a thank you, but she's telling me I'm using her name to become famous. I didn't put her name, I didn't put her nationality, I didn't put anything. She said, no, back home in Mangalore, everyone knows me. You're what? You're destroying my name and reputation. A person who didn't have money to eat food, whom I helped settle down a whole family, instead of thanking me, she is threatening me with legal action. For me, that was the last straw. And over the years, I have experienced all these people who give you sob stories and you help them. They will just fucking stab you at the back. And especially, see, being an Indian, I get a lot of Indians who approach me because my target market is Indians. Especially our Indians, I think specifically North Indians. See, South Indians are like, please sir, I have no money, help me, help me. And if you say, no, please, please help me, they'll keep shamelessly asking, okay, fine. But North Indians, the ones from Delhi and all that, please sir, help me and all that. And if you say no, it's unbelievable. Automatically, the please sir, help me, and they'll say your mother and your father and you bastard, and they'll suddenly become so violent because you have refused them. It's unbelievable, man. And so I'm not saying all the people are like this, but self-preservation is very important. And what I've realized is, look, I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not trying to be a role model. I'm not trying to be a goody-goody guy. What the fuck is all this, this is not a charitable establishment, okay? So it's not that I don't do good for anyone. There are people who I do good for, but I select and I choose and I prefer those who I know personally. Why should I offer a stranger? Why don't I give it to someone who I personally know and feel qualifies? So it's not that I'm not a good guy, but I make it very hard for anyone to get anything for free or to take advantage or to get the benefits of me being a nice guy. See, I'll just tell you this much. I'm not telling you don't be a nice guy or a nice girl. You want to be a nice guy? Go ahead, feel free, your life. But then if you're a nice person and tomorrow it backfires, then don't cry about it. Okay? Don't cry. Don't say, I sacrificed so much for this person never did anything back in return. Oh, he stabbed me at the back. People who are in relationships, I sacrificed my life, my money, my career, everything for this person, and today what the person... Don't cry. You did it out of your own free will. So if you're doing something for good, don't expect anything back. That is why I tell people, if you're given a loan, given money, you'll never get it back. And even if you have your own child, your own son or daughter, don't expect tomorrow they will look after you or even say a good thing. They'll just say, who the fuck asked you to give birth to me? Did I tell you? You couldn't control yourself. Who asked you to spend money on me or put me to school? Yeah, they can actually say that. What is your response? So we live in a day and age where life is so bloody unpredictable. So, you want to do something good, go ahead and do. But if it backfires on your face, don't cry about it. For me, burned my fingers too many times. They say, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I think I've been fooled so many times. It's no thanks. And one final thing I'll tell you, if you want to achieve success in today's day and age of today's twisted, bad, ugly, immoral, crazy, backstabbing, unbelievably unpredictable society, being a good guy is not going to help you, my friend. End of the day, they only remember the name of the winners. They remember those in power. They remember who got the gold medal. And if you never get caught, nobody's going to be bothered. We know so many stories, whether it's politics, United States, with weapons of mass destruction or spying on others or double standards of different countries, policies, all that. We know how it goes. So yeah, I've even literally seen people who speak bad about an individual and hate them, but the minute they'll get some benefit, they just turn their side and turn their color 180. You wonder, bloody hell, I trusted you. So be careful. Don't be a nice guy. Be tough. And if you have to be nice, make sure you know who it is and do they qualify. And if in case it backfires on your face, don't cry, don't complain, take personal responsibility. This is what I wanted to share with you. Good, bad, ugly, feel free. Comment down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.